Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, let's start with the question from the previous session. If you have any question related to the drawing that you were given in the assignment, you can ask. Is there any question? Can you hear me? Hello. Okay. Okay. We don't add the dimension to the isometric views. Okay. So, if you have any question related to the assignment, you can ask, or I'm going to show you the command in the software now. That will be the drafting of the assembly, and in that we are going to cover everything again. So here, first of all, open a file. Right now, I'm going to open an assembly directly. Um, as an assembly here. Open the assembly. So this is the assembly. Now I have to create the casting. I have to create the drawings or the views from this assembly. For that, I'm going to select the view type from here and select the new file. So go to new, and there is the option again, drawing. Click OK, define the name, click OK, and here we have the option. You can see the part is selected. This is assembly 0001.asm. Use the template whichever you need. Right now, if you don't want any template, you can select empty. Okay, I'm going to select the standard template like this. So here is the template. Now you can see here, now we have the assembly here, and this is the only sheet one. Okay, and we have the options here. So first option will be the sheet selection. Sheet selection will be according to the size of the product. Okay. In normal cases, like if you are going to print in the office, you will select normally the A4 or A3, because in office normally we have the printer like for A4 or A3. Okay, if you want to create a bigger one, you can choose the sheet accordingly. So sheet selection is according to the printing on which you want to print. According to that, you can create similar smaller sheets, or you can create larger sheets. There will be no other options. So select the sheet according to your size. Now we have the assembly here. To insert the view, again go to general and define where you want to place your view like that. I want the standard orientation with isometric like that, and I want its scale to be increased. So go to the scale, yes, and okay. I'm going to use the sheet scale directly. So go to apply and click OK like that, and go to this scale. Double click on it, and you can increase the scale like that. So now we have the object here, the isometric view here. Now this will be the view in which you have to define the bill of material, the balloon. For that, to insert the balloons, you have option here in the annotate. Okay, sorry, in the table, you have the option for the balloon, and we have the option here for the table. In the table, insert the table directly from here. So I'm not going to create. I can create a table from here, but for that I have to define it. Okay, all the values should be defined. You have to double click and you have to define everything step by step. So I'm not going to create a table. I'm just going to insert a table from the standard from quick table, and you can see we have several bill of materials here. Choose any type, just drag and drop inside, and you will see all the parts will be automatically inserted in the sheet in this table. Okay, now this is item number. We have 9 items in this assembly. This is the part number. Basically the part number will be the name that's specified to the part, and the description we have not specified any description, but the part number, the name will be inserted. You can see the file name is 1.prc. Quantity, how much quantity is used in the assembly. So here will be the quantity like that. If you want to specify notes or type, you can do that. If you don't want any particular tab, you can just select that and go to the delete. Yes, and that row will be deleted like that, or the column will be deleted like that. So just select and move where you want it, and to increase the size you can sorry, to change the location you can do it from here. Okay, like that. And after that, to insert the bill of material, when you insert the table or the type sorry, the bill of material, you will see the option is enabled here, that is create balloon. Before this we don't have the option. To delete this one, we don't have the option to insert the balloon. So first of all, define the bill of material like that, based on the location. Adjust the rows you don't want, or if you want to insert anything else. All in this one. Okay, select that. Yes. And now there is the create balloon option. Just click on the create balloon, and there is the option create balloon all, by view, by component. So we have a single part. We are just going to create the first option, create balloon all. So all the balloons will be inserted. All the number that we have here now will be specified here. You can see there is some arrow. You can just select it and move it somewhere else also, like that. So these balloons will specify these numbers. Where is that object? So one number is this one. Okay, so you can do that. You can just move the balloon location on. So now you can see here we have balloons that are scattered around the drawing area. To make them symmetrical, we have the option here for a line. We can create a line and we can merge the balloon on that line also. Okay, so we are going to do that in a few minutes. So again, going to insert the balloon, going to insert the table. So when you insert a view inside an isometric view in the assembly, you have to create the bill of material and the balloon. I will show you an example. Okay, here you can see we have this drawing with bill of material and this balloon. So these balloons, this drawing was created in SolidWorks. So we have different kind of balloons here. Okay, and if you go to another drawing, you can see like that, like that. So balloons and bill of material is required so that you know specifically which type of product you are using, which part you are using, how much time you are using that part, and in that you can see the location of that part also. That's why the bill of material is important. So go to the table, pick table, insert the table from here, okay, drag it, place it, and this is the bill of material. Now select the balloon like that, and your balloon will be inserted. Okay, so after that, I'm going to insert a line there. Okay, to exit out, just click the middle button. So now let's go balloon. Now for the line, we have to use the magnetic line. That will be okay. So select everything like that. Okay, you don't have to create the line for the magnetic line. Just go to delete. Now in some softwares we have the option to create the line, and that line can be used for the magnetic line or for the alignment of the balloon. But here we have another option, the Creo. Just select all the balloons. We have the option here in the annotate, or in the table. You can see there is an option that is clean balloon. If you don't select anything, it will not be highlighted. Just select like that, go to the clean balloon, and now we have some options here. So balloon is clean position of balloon, offset will be zero point 0.8. So the offset will be 0.8 defined from here. Okay. So create corresponding snap line. So some lines will be created and attach balloon leader to geometry edges, or attach balloon leader to geometry surface. How do you want to attach? You want to attach to the edges or to the surface, you can select from here. Okay, so just click on the preview. Now you can see we have some lines here, and all the balloons are aligned to that line. So just click OK, and we have the lines here. These lines will be called the magnetic line. Okay, if you move the line, your balloon will also be moved outside. You can see that there was some offset distance of zero point 0.8, so all the sides are offsetted with the value of zero point 0.8. So in this way you can create some balloons. You can move a balloon from one to another line like that. Okay, so move according to your visual style or visibility. Move wherever you want to place that object. Okay. So this is the balloon and the bill of material. In this way you can create a drawing view directly. Here, any question? If you have any question, just ask the question now. Going to start with the next type of insert the separate parts. Okay. So now we have this drawing one, and now I want another drawing, another sheet to create another part. Like you can see that we have this one paste, this one is different sheet, this one is different sheet. So how to do that? How you can create multiple sheets from single object. To do that, we have the option here. You can see this is the sheet one. You can just click here, and there will be the sheet two, or you can just go here. Okay, here in the layout, and you will see a new sheet here. If you click, you will have a new sheet. In the next, I'm going to create a new sheet from here. So now in the new sheet, I want the view. Okay, so if I click OK, there will be the similar view of that point. We are going to cover that in a few minutes. So how to insert the part only in the view. To do that, you can just select the part from here, like I want to select the bracket only. So right click, okay, okay, you have to go here and okay. So this is the option, right click, set a drawing model. Click on that and you will see that only the object, the bracket is shown here, everything else is gone. So just go to general view, click OK and place your view. Now you can see you have only this one part here, the bracket. Now you have to define all the dimension, all the view inside. So I'm going to specify first one, this one, okay. And for the next one, I'm going to use, that is the front view. Okay. So place the views accordingly. So first unlock the movement. I need this one here and this one should be somewhere here. So sheet scale I need in this one is not 1. I want that 1.5. So sheet scale should be changed to 1.5 like that. So products will be increased, objects will be resized. And now create the projections from here. Okay, from here like that. I want the visual style of all these to be set to hidden, apply, okay. Like that, just change the visual style, visual display. So till now we have done all of this. After that you have to insert some different views for, like I should section view or the auxiliary view, do that. After that you have to insert the annotation, drawing dimensions. So how to insert the dimension inside the part? Just go to the show model annotation, click on the part or the view where you want to insert the drawing dimension. Now check the dimension. I want these dimensions, all of these. So you can check all of this from here, click apply. Now we have the dimension here. So to move the dimension you can do that. You can move it like that. Okay. To move according to your need where you want to see that. So this is the one type. You can define your dimension like that. And if you want to define in the another view, just go to the drawing model again, click on the view, okay, apply. And in this one, select all apply. So now we have some value that this is the 0.75, this is the 1.38. So what is the 1.38? Basically it is from the center. I don't need this one, select and delete. There is 0.75 value from the side. So what that value is specifying, basically it is specifying the center distance of the circle. So we need to have insert a new view, that will be the auxiliary, and select that and define that. Okay, so visual style will be given, apply, okay, and also break the alignment from here. Now move the views somewhere like that and move this one here and this one somewhere. So now we want these dimensions to be here. So go to the annotate and just delete these dimensions. I don't want these dimensions. Okay. Or how to move the dimension to other view. First, I'm just going to select this one. Okay. So there is no dimension. It is showing. It is showing only the gap that is 0.8 from the edge. Select that. Apply. Okay. So this is the distance. Now I want to move these dimension that we have a value 0.4. I want to move that zero point 0.4 also. We have a value of zero point 0.5 here. I want this zero point 0.5 value here in this view. To do that, just select the dimension. There is an option move to view. Select that, and where you want to move it, you can select that view. Now you can see the diameter of zero point 0.5 is defined. I want this to be moved. In this one, you can see that we have the gap 0.75 like that. Now I want to move this 0.75 also on this diameter also. So select both, select move, select the view. You will see all the values right here. This is zero point 0.4, this is 0.75. So define the location. So in this way, you can move your dimension to some different view. From there, you will don't see any error. You don't have any error. Okay, got it? How to move the drawing to the other view? Okay. So next option we have is how to define the center. Like I want to define that this value is up to center. So how to define the center axis or center mark for the circle or the hole? To do that, now go to the show model annotation again and go to the last one option. Okay. This is the model datum. Datum means the plane or the axis. You can show that. Now select the view or select the circle like this. I have selected the circle. Now you can see we have an axis here, or you can just select the view like that, and you will have the other axis, all the axis that it will do. So I just want to select multiple views like that. So there are some axes. Okay, select both, apply. Now I want to see the axis in this view. For that, you can just select this one also. I want it only this one to apply. It's like dimension, defining the dimension. So there is a center line, you can define that. Okay. So after that, we have now completed the view. We have now defined the dimensions here. So next, for the new sheet, we can now go up here in the layout, and we have the option new sheet from here also. So now we are in sheet 3. You can see from here. So what to do? Just again go to general view. First of all, move to the object, move to the next object. So how to do that? Just go here. You can see we have a bracket, we have assembly. So click on the assembly, click on the master representation. So the assembly will be shown. Now I want to show a different part like this one. So right click, set, add model dimension. Now go to the view, click OK, select the view where you want. I want a front view. Okay, apply, and I want a visual style that will be the no hidden. Apply. Okay. So the sheet scale I need is again 1.5. Okay. You can see the sheet is very big, so don't worry. We can define multiple objects in a single sheet also. First of all, create the projection you need like that. Define an isometric view like that. So you can also define, you can change the type to hidden. So again, define all the values, define the section, again do everything. Now I'm going to define another object here, another views here. So to do that, just again go to the assembly master representation, select the next part, and right click and set add drawing. So now if you select the general view here and select the front like that, apply OK. We have the second object like that, again created projection. Okay. environment. Now, so like that you can now create this one. How to separate that? To separate, just go to the sketch, create a line. Okay. So I'm going to define multiple views from here. Okay, like that. So we can define multiple objects. Okay, so this is the partition. Now insert another part, insert different parts, whichever you need. Again, master presentation. So we're going to insert this tree, set as channel view. Okay, so this should be front, apply, this should be again in the hidden, apply. So I need this one to be here and here, and the projection will be here, and the projection will be here. Okay, and isometric again. Okay, like this you can create your views. You can edit out anytime that I want to come down. I want to move it like somewhere here and somewhere here. You can do that. And if you go to the sketch, you can now select the line also. You can move the line also somewhere here to increase the gap. Okay. So create your drawing according to your need, and we are done with the views. Again, after that, just define the dimension. So we have what we do in the drawing. We have views option, insert the view. We have the some sections, some projections like that, insert them. We have the section views. For that we have some arrows and displays to do that. After that we have some tables to insert the bill of material in the first sheet like this one, and we have the balloons here. You can insert them. Okay. To create a table, we have an option here. You can just insert a table according to your needs. So you can do everything from here. Okay, for the dimension, we have the annotation. We can insert, we can create a dimension also, or we can insert some different options like symmetrical tolerances also. To insert the tolerance, we are not going to cover the tolerance completely. I'm just going to show you how you can do that. For that, I'm going to insert the tolerance in here in this value. So go to the symmetrical tolerance, and you can just click on any point. You can define the tolerance like that, but I'm not going to do that in this way. For the tolerance, okay, we have to activate some tolerance options first. The normal tolerance option. So to do that, we have to open the part. So first go to the open. We have to open the part, and in the from the property, prepare property, we have the tolerance option somewhere here. This is the tolerance. So set the standard whichever you need. This is the ISO DIN. You can change the standard from here. I want only standard. Okay, NC or ISO, whichever you need. So it is the ISO. Okay. After that, you have to go to the file, the drawing file, and here to enable the tolerance, simple tolerance option, you have to again go to the prepare drawing property, and you have to turn on the tolerance option. To go to the detail option, change. Okay. Now we have to search here. That is tolerance display. Okay, this is the tolerance display here. So right now the tolerance display is off. Just click here, yes. Okay, add changes. Okay. Now, so to go to the annotate, Wait for a second. Okay. Now you can see when I select an object first. Previously, when I select the object, we have this one like that. Now, if you select the view, you can first thing is you can add this symbol here, or you can add the value with that. Like go to the tolerance. Okay. So when you select the display, select the dimension, you have these options here. Okay, the dimensions. In that we have the tolerance table here. From there you can set the type of the tolerance, which type you want to see. So this is the nominal. Okay, right now you don't see any here. Go to the basic. We have the box here. Go to the limits. We have the plus minus value here. Go to the plus minus. You will see the value, the tolerance value in the plus or the minus from here. Or go to the symmetrical. It will be plus minus some value here. So in this way you can select your tolerances. The normal dimension type for the tolerance can be selected from here. So what to do? Just select the dimension where you want to define. Okay, like that here. So you can see we have options here. Select whichever type you need. I need a symmetrical, so there will be the plus minus value. Okay, so this will be the simple option. In this way you can just add some tolerance values to the dimension by just selecting the dimension from here, or you can insert the standard geometrical tolerances option like this one. If you want to use it with this one, you can see it can be placed. Which symbol you need? Okay, which symbol you need? We have all the symbols here. Like this one is the position. The position is used for the hole. The concentricity for two holes. The perpendicularity for two edges. The cylindricity, the circularity, the flatness. There are several type of tolerances here. You can select any one like parallelism. I want to select that both the lines are parallel. From here the distance is taken. Okay, and the tolerance if you want to specify. So where does the tolerance be effective? So we apply the tolerance for the manufacturing purpose. Now you can see that this is a flat plate and it is bent around this corner, and this corner. So sometimes the bend will not be perpendicular to the sheet. There will be some gap, some error. So what gap should be there? What error is acceptable? That will be the tolerance. So we define the tolerance here like this is the parallel that both the faces, both the lines are parallel to each other. Okay, the maximum tolerance, the maximum error that can have here will be 0.002 mm. Okay, so we will cover the tolerance later in the module specified for the tolerance for the next training. So till now you have to just learn how you can select the tolerance from here, how where to find the tolerance, how you can just add these values from here. Okay, sorry, from here like that. Okay, so just click outside and you will be back in the annotation. So this is the sheet. So next thing is how you can create this sheet, this format. How can you create that? Okay, uh, you cannot have, you cannot edit it right here. Okay, you cannot change anything. If you change the scale of the sheet, you will not see this label. Like I'm going to select the size from deep to any other. Okay, So basically what this tree is the size and the template that we have selected. If I select the A4, click OK, there will be some error because first the sheet was bigger, now this sheet is lower. So we have the sheet very small and the object very large. So you can select the size from here. If you want any custom, you can go to the browse and select from again the format whichever you need. So the previous format was D. Open, click OK, and there will be the format again. So how to create a format yourself, that will be the option now. To create a format, you just have to go to the new file. Sorry, not the drawing. You have to now go to the format. So file, go to the new, and there is option that is below drawing, that is format. You can create your customized format from here. So empty with section, empty. I'm going to select empty. I'm going to create everything from here. So which format you need? I want landscape. I want the size of A3. Okay. So now we are in the format. So here you have to create the format. You can see you have the location grid. We can create new sheet. Okay. We have the table option. We can create a table. So right now to create the format, just go to the table, select a single cell and define where you want that. You can zoom in, select that, go to height and width. I want that height and width to be some specific value. So you know this is the A3. So the A3 sheet has the value of 420 by 297, like that. Okay, this is the character. So width will be here 297. If you zoom out, you will see we have a table here. So this was the height. So we have taken the landscape. So 297 should be here and 420 should be here. Okay, so preview. Okay, so this is the now table. We have the sheet. You can move it like that. But now you can see we have the layout outer line already. So we have to create the offset here. Go to the height. Okay, select the values. I need that to be around 10 offset. So that should be 410, like that. Okay, so just have to move it and now select the height and width. So instead of 297, I'm going to select 287, and instead of 420, it should be 410. Preview. Okay, now select the and move it like that. If you want more offset, you can do that. So now I just want to move it. So select how you can move this to the appropriate point. Okay, so move it according to your need, like that. You need this one. So now we need to create the location grid. Okay, like that. We have some errors here. It's asking for press the Alt key. The Alt key can select it like this one on. Okay, wait for a second. That's for second it is asking regularly selection filter is applied here. So first of all, I have to just select the selection filter. It is general select that. So first I'm going to just insert another table that we want. If I 5 here, so like here, I need to define the height. I need that to be 5 and that should be around 10. So here we have the table like that. Just move it where you want, like that. If you want to change the height and width again, you can just do that from here also. So I need the width to be around 50 and height around 7 to be okay and move it again. Okay. So how to define some values? So just double click here. What do you want to type? So I don't know why it is getting some error. So first I have to specify it outside. So just to move it outside, just double click and you will see we have some option. Okay, we can type anything here, but the size is very low. So to change the size again, let's do okay. So this is the text, whichever you need, just type the text here like I want here that is drawing number, okay, and it's now very large, so find that around 1 like that. So now just double click outside, okay, select the table, double click here and define the new option here. So like that you can edit this one, getting some error repeatedly. So okay, here I'm going to select these three. I want to merge them. Okay, and I need to enter text here that is the title like that, and again define the values from here. It will be one, font will be this one. So if you want any other option like you want to change the formatting uh, for that, you can just select from here or from here whichever you need. So I want this to be here and I want its size to be increased. So fill your values, fill your boxes with the help of some text here. Define the text like that and define the values also. So here, if you want to define the title, so press enter and define a new text with a symbol that is and I want to define that will be title like that, and here I need that to be and the W. So now the size is large here like that. Now I want the scale here. You can see we are getting some repeated options. So go to the text type Okay, select the region where you want to define the text style. You can just select like that. Okay, and you will get the text style like that. So select everything and go to the text style default. This is default existing select. So we have the font here. So define the font for everything. We have the height here. Define the height for everything. I need that height to be 1 on everywhere. So select all the options. Select the color for the text we need. Okay. Click apply. Okay, and we will have all the values right here. Okay. Now define. I need this to be scale, and scale will be and scale like that. Okay. So place it, move it, maybe need like that. Save this title box. I'm going to increase it by it should be around 3 so that everything is visible. Make sure your values are similar. Just create it like that and go to the file, go to the save as where you want to save. I want to save it on the desktop. It is in the format .frm. Okay, okay. I've selected the save as that will ask for a new name. I'll just go to the save on the desktop. Okay, and now when we go to the layout, new file, a drawing from here. You can go to the empty with format, go to the browse, and now you can browse directly. Okay, or I'm going to browse it later. I'm going to hit the empty right now where we have the sheet. So go here. Okay, go here and we have the format that is A3. Go to the browse. I'm going to the desktop. This is the form. Okay, we have asked for some values for that. Okay, when I open this one, my screen sheets are being open in the different window. Okay, I'm not able to move that. Okay, when you select the format now, okay, we have two formats saved. That's why there was the error. Okay, so how to insert the format? Just open a file, go here. Now you can see this is the sheet 2. Actually, I had two sheets there, so that's why there was a error. Okay, so again, uh, there is the sheet. When I select the sheet, it is asking for the value, that is what should be the title. So title should be an assembly like that. Okay, and the scale of the sheet is 1, the drawing number and drawing date we have not specified yet. Okay. So to import again, you can go to here, size, you can select it from here like it was F. Okay, remove all, yes. It will not show here because we have different sheet sizes. To go to the sheet size you need, we know that this sheet size I have selected is A3. So go to the browse or select the custom. I have already selected that. So this is the sheet 2. So you can just preview that. It will ask for some values. To find the title, it will be the like sharp. Click enter. Click OK, and we have the title here sharp, and the scale is by default 1. So you can change the scale from here. You can see that the scale is directly from here. And if we insert the name also, you can insert these properties: the type, the name, the size, the sheet number. Okay, to do that, just insert the values here or type and in front of this value. If you select the type here and type, the type name will be inserted in there. If you select the name here and type and name, this name ASM001 will be inserted here. Okay, so like that you can insert this one. So I'm going to just close it. I'm going to edit it. How to edit? Yeah, so many sheets open. So I'm going to open a form. Okay, I'm getting some problem from previous 2 3 days in the software. I'm not able to operate it properly. So here is the form. Now you can see we have the form here. You can just edit it. Again, I have to select the control. So I want to edit it again. I'm getting so many problems here. So define the text. Go to the select like that. I want the name here. Okay, press enter. Go to the end name like that. It should be and not 7. Okay, if I go here, this will be the type and press enter and type. Okay, so you are not able to see here because the scale is very low. So select the complete table, go to the text type and select that font. So you can see that. So select everything from here. And here I'm going to specify the size, that will be and size like that. So create everything first, type everything first, after that define the values like that. So move it from here, save it again, close. Now go to a new file. Okay, so go to the drawing. Okay, right now I'll just open an empty sheet. Okay, you can see we have an empty sheet here. So to insert the template, go to the size, go to A3 instead, select the browse, go to the location, that is desktop, this form one, open it, click OK, and now you can see there is nothing. Just go again. Sometimes that will have some error. So select this. In the form we have two sheets. Okay, so go there and select the sheet 2 and go to OK, and you can see it is asking for the name. What name you want to specify? Okay, so the name I want to specify ASM like that. What size is A3 like that. Title, it will be the sharp. So all the values can be inserted now. We need to specify some text to enter those values. Yeah. Okay, everything should be placed properly in the form, in the format. So place that according to the motion. Move them a little bit here and there so that you will be able to create a perfect table. So in this way you can create your table and you can now create the drawings you want. So When you are done with the drafting, when you are done with the drawings, we have created all the sheets like this one. So create how to create the sheet directly, a complete sheet. To do that, just go to the print, okay, or here, and I have shown you yesterday how you can do that. So go to the preview first. You will see this is the preview. Everything is in the sheet. Okay. Go back from the print preview. Sorry, go to the print. Now select the PDF creator. Click OK, and we create a PDF in 2 seconds. Okay. So where you need, click save. Okay. So you can see this is the single sheet. You have to select the landscape portrait for that to import properly. So first, we have the size here. Which size you need? You know that this is the B that we have selected earlier. You can go here and select that. This will be A3. Orientation needed to be landscape. Okay. Fit to window means everything will be fitted inside the window. You select zoom in, zoom out option like that. Okay, if you want to zoom in, you can do that. So there is the pan. You can move the sheet like that, or pan it like that. Okay. The scale it should be 1:1. The sheet scale you have created should be there, and we have the offset values. I don't want any offset right now. And we have the auto rotate, and we have the plot, full plot should be there, and the quality and the segment is okay. We don't need that. So go to the print, and we have the options here which sheet we need. So I need to print everything for that. Okay. So properties. So this is the landscape selected front to back, super order. Okay, keep the page will be one. This is a simple printer option, like you have a printer in home. If you select that printer and check the printing. So this is one. Okay, go to the setting. Okay, so you can see that if I just click on the print, you only get the one sheet. To get all the sheets, you have to go to this setting here. We have the destination. This is the MS Print Manager. Simple, don't just don't select these, leave that. Now we have the option which sheet you want to print. We have the range. We can choose 1, 2, or 3, 2, or 2, 3, whichever you need. You can see the you can select the current, that will be the first or second or third, or the all everything will be selected. That's all. Okay. Now go to the print. Select the print. Wait for 2 seconds. It's taking a little bit higher time. Okay. You can see it's in the process. There is option processing steps. Just stuck. Now we have to wait for a few more seconds. Not responding. Okay, so I expect I have to do something now. So I'm going to close some files so that we don't get this error. Okay, so close this sheet. Okay, you have to wait for 2 minutes more. Okay, we are back. So first of all, close the unwanted file. Okay, we need this file only, so I'm going to clean the memory first. So that will be from manage section, erase not displayed. So all the files I have created till now and closed, they will be erased from the memory. So now just to print all the three sheets, just go to the control P and we are in the print. To print all the files, just go to the setting and select the range or the sheet from here to all. Click OK and now just go to the preview first. You can see the preview is this one. Okay. So if you go to the print directly, select the PDF creator, click OK. There we have the PDF. Okay. So click on the save where you want to save. Find the location. We have already a file there. Okay. So here we have three values, three options. You can see right now this is in the landscape. We have to portrait. We have to select to the landscape. So if you go to the sheet 2, we have the sheet 2 also and sheet 3 also. So to change that, just go here orientation, select it to portrait first and go to the preview, select the preview first. Okay, landscape, but we have to now go to the print and select the properties from here. So I think the layout is controlled from here. Okay, just create one more time. Again, getting the similar option. Now we have the all the files, but orientation is not working. So orientation is at the landscape. This should be. So this is the landscape. The portrait is a different one. This one is the portrait in this direction. We only need the landscape from here. Okay. We need the full plot. We need the print property. This is landscape from here also. Picture quality is only that. And okay, it's auto detect. Select the landscape from here. Okay, there are so many options in software. Now you can see we have the software orientation. Okay, that was from the software because Creo uses a different software for the printing, that is the PDF creator, so that we are getting that error. So we have to go to the properties and select from there. Then we click OK. When we got to the this page, this is a different software that is merged in the or used as a plugin in the Creo. So you have to go to here in the setting and you have to select everything from here also. So there is the option, okay, PDF page orientation was auto detect. So select that to landscape, okay, and we do single page view, okay, format color we don't need this. Actions, and documents. Okay, so everything is okay here. So right now, if we see the PDF, we have the outlines merged. So we have to define some offset value. So if we select the offset value, the offset will be applied only from one side. If I select the offset of one from both sides, okay, and go to the preview, we'll see the offset is from here one, but the sheet is moving outward. So we have to choose according to that. So it should be 0. Okay. Okay. I have not specified any offset in the sheet because this is the D size, the standard size that I have selected from the library. But if you have seen while I created the format, I have specified some offset value of 5 so that my margins are there and sheet will not be cut out from the side. Okay, so we need to have some margin to print the sheet properly. Okay, so in the printer, okay, we don't have any option in here. So we have the size, orientation, everything, but okay. So we can do one thing, that the scale ratio we need is 0.9 instead of 1. We can check that. So if we go to the preview, okay, turn on the format also, then see the preview. Okay. So we are getting again the error. So the scale should be not 1:1, it should be 0.9 here. Okay. So here we have now the margin. So use it from this scale. like that, and go to the print now. Click OK and create a PDF now. Save. Okay. So now we have a PDF with some margins. You can see that I have applied some scale so that my PDF remains inside. These outlines will not be removed. So this is the option. Like this way you can create your PDFs for the drawing. All the drawings are in this PDF, similar PDF. You can zoom in because we have the size of A3. If you zoom here 100%, sorry, this was the D, not the A3. So if you see, select the 100%, you will see the actual size from here. What actual size will be printed on the sheet. So this will be the actual size, and this will be the drawing. Okay, so you can see that like that. So these are the options. If you have any question, you can ask. Okay, so this was the last session. If you have any question till now in any command, you can ask that. Is there any question? Just type in the chat box, or you can say by opening your mic. So we have covered the solid modeling, the sketching, and we have covered the assembly also, and we have covered the drafting also. Okay, so drafting is an easy part. We can easily create some drafting, but we have not covered everything. We have covered only 12 to 15% or up to 20% syllabus of the Creo parametric. Okay, you know that we have not covered the all the parts from the assembly also, all the parts from the drafting also, because in 10 days we cannot cover the Creo parametric. It needs at least 40 to 45 days to just complete the basics, like solid sheet metal surface and complete assembly and complete draft. Okay, so we have a module that is called Essential for SolidWorks Essential or the Creo Essential. In that, we have the training of 45 to 50 hours, and in that, we will be covering all the commands that you can see here. Everything will be covered in that training. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this training, and we have right now we are going to start the paid training also for the complete session for the essential training. Right now, from the 1st June, the essential training will start. Many of the students from your group also registered. If you want to register for that training, you can just go to the group and there is the option. In the group, we have already sent the message for the registration. You will get the link. Just register there for the 45 days training, and yes, we you will get the certificate. Okay, uh, just we have to check the attendance. Uh, mm, those who have attended all the 10 lectures will get the certificate. Okay, so as I said, the next training will be start from 1st June, but that training will be the Rio Essential, and everything will be covered in that, for solid modeling, for surface modeling, for sheet metal, for the drafting, for the assembly. Okay, and that training has a very few fees, like the Creo parametric we take around 10 to 12,000 fees, but for this training, for the online training, it's around 2,000, 2,500, something like this. We will get the quotation in the group also. We will get the registration link in the group also. If you have, yeah, that's purely online because there is no such option now that you can attend the offline session because the centers are closed. We don't have the permission from the government to open the centers. Okay, all the educational institutes are closed. That's why the fees is also low. Now you know that you can learn online. We have covered the 10 days session online training here. So that training will be in depth. If you want to join, you can join that training. from the link that will be available in the group. All the resources will be provided to you, like you are getting the foundation, you are getting the assignment, you are getting the recorded session, and the student who will join, they will get some more resources. We have day wise or tool wise videos also, they will also get that. Okay, and the certificate in that training will be for the Creo Essential, not for the 10 days training. Okay, this is just a workshop. You will get the certificate according to that for 10 days, and for that you will get the complete certificate training that you have covered the essential training from us. Okay, if you have any question, you can ask, and I'm just going to take the attendance also. Just don't leave the group right now. Okay. So if you have any question, you can ask now, or you can also ask in the group. If you have any problem related to the assignment, you can ask that in the group. I will show you. Uh, I will help you with some messages there. Okay. Just create this drawing. Like the assignment you will get for today. So the assignment I will show you. Okay. So here is the assignment. You have to create first the part here. After that, you have to create its drawing like that. You can create a full in a separate sheet, or you can create uh, in a single sheet also, like using A3 or A2 or A1, whichever you need. So create all the parts and create the drafting for the whole assembly. Use the bill of material, the balloon, and you create the table. Create your format, okay, custom format, and apply that format in the assembly. So this was it for the training. Thank you. If you have any question, I can answer that right now, or I can just close the training also. Okay, going to close the training. Thank you.